everybody. Happy Wednesday. Hope everybody's having a decent start to their week. Just wanted to come on and thank all of you for being such a great support to me this year. The channel is 1 year old, and I've just had so much and so many awesome experiences and so much support. So thank you very much. And I was wondering the best way to think about what has gone on the past year, and it was just to say hello and to thank everybody that's just come along in the last year. Norma Raymond, hello. Welcome, and we will mod you so you can say hi to whoever comes along. Welcome. And it's not a huge party, but it's definitely a 1 year remembrance. Been doing this for 1 year. Was still a ton to learn, but very grateful to everybody. So welcome. And I'm going to go down my list. Watercolor Carrie, hi. Thank you for coming. I've been watching your Watercolor Carrie. She's got a lot of neat tutorials. She's doing a whole summer series of tiny little watercolors. Thanks for the hearts. We're doing great. It's been a month. I've had my youngest was in the hospital with a kidney stone. How does a 23-year-old get a kidney stone? And that's all I'm going to say, because he has a right to medical privacy, and he's one of my subscribers and supporters, and he would not, CJ, thank you. The channel we would not be doing this right now without him. He's been my technical advisor, and he helped me set up my first live. He set up my first video, my collab video with Vicky from Aging on Your Terms with Vicky. He helped us get set up on that on the Zoom call. There's so much of this channel that would not be possible without him. So thank you, son. Gary says, oh gosh, that's rough. Haven't had one, but it is painful. We talked to 2 or 3 nurses. He spent a night in the hospital. And several nurses said, one nurse said she had given birth twice and she'd had 2 kidney stones, and she said if she ever had it to do over again, she would take labor. She's like, give me labor and delivery all over again. I was like, oh, because one of my sons, I have 2 sons, and one of them was 8 pounds 8 ounces, and the second one, he was almost 9 pounds. So yeah, they say you won't remember, right? Yes, you will. If you push out a 9-pound baby, trust me, you'll remember. So yeah. Oh, we've got from India, we've got Ricardo. Hello. We've got Hamburglar. Well, not the Hamburglar, but it's a Hamburger's Life for Me. We connected on Susie's channel. So thanks for stopping by, Hamburglar. Good to see ya. Hanging out at the 1 year celebration. Carrie, you were one of my first watercolor. Carrie was one of my first subscribers. Like in the first 10. So thank you, and I'm glad you got to stop by. Isabella, thanks for stopping by. Isabella Sutton has a wonderful farm and a wonderful channel. Yeah, one of my first subscribers. So please connect with each other, because there's a lot of great channels that are going to be popping in and out. The channel started on the 15th of June last year. So, and it started primarily as an encouragement for disabled people. So I've connected with a lot of people. I've got Wheels Chair Girl and Rolling with Carlos, if you ever get a chance to check out his channel. And then there's the Handicapped Travelers. So take a look at that. Let's see, I was going to read off Wild Hair. She was one of my first. And Jazz, it's spelled Jase, but Jazz was one of the first 5 subscribers that I've ever had. Thank you. 1 year. Thank you for coming by, Norma Ray. I appreciate it. Make sure you connect with the other folks in here. Thank you for praying for my friend, and pray for my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law is probably having her MRI at right now. The facility takes care of her transportation and takes her there. I'm not with her because I can't be with her in the MRI room anyways. So we decided a while back, this is her 3rd MRI this year, so we decided a while back that we would just kind of let them take the lead on taking her, getting her MRI, and then when we get the results of her MRI, then I'll I'll meet with her and her doctors and go over the results for that. So let me know how long you've been on YouTube. I'd be curious to know how long you've been doing this this whole YouTube journey. Life in the Wild West, those of you that are familiar with Tracy, she lives on the West Coast, and she was one of the first. She was like my 3rd subscriber. Candace, The Source, if you're familiar with that channel, he was one of my the first 10 subscribers that I had. Izzy Pop, hey Izzy. I was going to mention you and Scully Pop and Izzy Pop. Let me put you as a standard moderator so you can check out some of these other channels. Izzy Pop is she's got a great channel. She's getting into writing stories. And she's got, if you need a banner for your channel, she did the banner for this channel. And she does graphic design, graphics for YouTube and other projects. So check out Izzy Pop's channel and check out some of her AI artwork. Watercolor Carrie, my year is coming up in about a month and a half. Okay, so you're right behind me. Yes, Tracy, she's connected to so many of us. Yeah, Tracy, Life in the Wild West has supported so many smaller channels. So have you, and so has Izzy Pop and Scully Pop. They've done a really great job of supporting small channels. How can you forget all that art, Izzy? You do an awesome job. I went back and Izzy Pop's channel, she has a like a fictional paranormal characters that she likes to put in, and sometimes she even puts in her subscribers into some of her stories. Yoda's Blessed Life. Hi, Yoda. Welcome in. Yep, Izzy Pop's in here. So, yeah, I know it's a mess inside my brain too, Izzy. Y'all say hi to each other and check out each other's channels. Let's see. So, Wild Hair with a H-A-R-E. Wild Hair's got a great channel. She lives in New Zealand. So, can you see those pop-ups on my phone when I get a notification? I'm just curious. That's how technically unsavvy I am. So, one of the channels, now I haven't seen that, they haven't posted in a little bit, but they still have a great channel. My 4th subscriber was Little Kitchen Big Food. Little Kitchen Big Food. And they have obviously a cooking channel. And then Candace was my, Carry On Candace. Candace was my 5th subscriber, and my sister was like my 6th. The only reason she wasn't in the top 5 is she kept getting unsubscribed. And we could talk all day about that. Why do people get unsubscribed on YouTube and then you have to go back and resubscribe? It's too weird. Yoda says, I have the same headboard. You know, I was gonna set up in the dining room today. Yesterday I did a video in another room of my house, which was way too it wasn't it was not conducive. It's not good sound quality, just not enough cushioning. And I thought, you know what? I'll just come to you live from the bedroom. No, I can't see your notifications. Good. My tech question is, how do we check the other channels without leaving your live? That is the age-old question. You can't check out the other channels without leaving my life, and that's okay. That's okay. I don't worry about, you know, people popping in and out of the live. You know, as much as you could tolerate, you know, coming back and forth, it doesn't bother me at all. So, and you know, the algorithm, my my videos, the viewership is great and my subscribers are all great, but my watch hours are my watch hours are abysmal. They're terrible. So I because of my low watch hours, I'm not really close to monetization, and monetization is not a huge goal for me. I'd rather grow this channel organically and just let God send who he wants. He knows who he wants. There's a lady that I watch her channel almost every day. Her name is Maggie Watson. She lives in Scotland, and she just popped up on my she just popped up one day. And I'm sure you have people like that on your that you watch that they just sort of rant for no rhyme or reason to it. They just sort of popped up on your channel, and now every time something pops, they create something, you're over there watching it. Who knows? Who knows? So don't forget to throw some questions out, or Simply Katie Walks. She was number 6. I haven't seen her in a while. She's taken a little bit of a YouTube break. She'll be back in July, she said. Anybody got, we've got Curly Express, Curly with a K, Kerley Express. And he's got model trains, really good channel. Curly, my dad had a big model train set up early in his retirement. He was living in Florida. He was your typical Florida retiree, and he got bored and he decided, you know what, I'm going to put together a model train setup. And he's been with the Lord 20 years now, but he had a model train in his garage. Yoda says, as my channel gets bigger, the quality of channels I recommend are better channels. Yeah, I find that too. A lot of, and then all of us watch travel channels. Mr. and Mrs. Prague there are 2 Americans, but they live in Prague, and I watch everything they put out. National Parks Princess is an amazing channel. There's a family in Alabama called their channel's called We Took the Long Way Home. Great channel if you get a chance. Barton's RV. I'm hoping to put all these, I apologize if I don't get it all down in the description, but I'm going to list a lot of these. And then Dora from Exploradora 80 is a great channel. Walter's World is an amazing channel, Yoda says. Yoda's Blessed Life says, Walter's World is an amazing channel. I'll have to check it out. Izzy, well, I don't know about that, Yoda. I mean, they recommend pink. But Izzy's trying to keep me promoted here, and I appreciate it. Hey, Jim, welcome. Jim's Camera at Dawn is another awesome channel, and he goes live. He's an early bird, if you don't mind me saying that, Jim. He likes to do his lives early in the morning, but he lives in the mountains in the Carolinas, and he's got some really good live. and great hikes in the mountain there along along the Blue Ridge. Let's put it that way. That would probably be the best way to describe it. Blue Ridge Parkway area. I don't want to pinpoint your location too much, but Virginia, Carolinas, in the mountains. Okay, thank you for dropping that link, and that's fine. You guys can drop a link as long as it doesn't lead to too much weirdness. I'll let people put links in. Izzy's in Virginia. Jim and I, Izzy, if you want to connect with Jim's Camera at Dawn, he's in the mountains in the Carolinas. We're both in the Carolinas. You did a short about Roanoke. I'll have to look that up. I've been doing some shorts about Wilmington. My husband and I went to Wilmington on Mother's Day weekend, and we went we were on the water near the battleship. There's a really neat boardwalk that goes just all along the waterfront there in Wilmington. Really nice area. Jim's Camera Dawn says, Izzy Pop, I will be going through Virginia later this week. Okay, consider yourself warned, but I'm not gonna pinpoint any locations. Do you guys know Snowberry's cat rescue channel? Izzy, I know you love cat rescue channels. And then Snowberry, I'll put Snowberry's, I'll mention her channel on this live. I'll put it in there so you can go to her channel. So you can go check that out. Gonna take I-81 over to Tennessee, huh? Yeah, cat rescue is awesome. God bless people who can do that. Because there's just and Izzy Pop, go ahead and drop your favorite cat rescue folks in the chat, because I know you follow a lot of cat rescue. My cat, we are currently petless. Harley, our cat went over the Rainbow Bridge during COVID, because COVID wasn't harsh enough. We had to lose our cat too. So yeah, typos happen. That's right. Thanks everybody for watching all my stuff. I appreciate it. Adventure America is a real good one. He's out of Alabama. Adventure America. And Hiking with Jackie Boy and Barton's RV. They're some of my first subscribers, and they're in Texas. They're always going around Texas, camping, going to different, it's kind of like handicapped travelers. They live farther north. They're about 500 miles north of me, but they do a lot of traveling around state parks to see which parks are accessible. Yoda's Blessed Life. My device did an update yesterday. Nothing is where it was yesterday. Now, some of these updates are really interesting. Apple, if you've got Apple devices, Apple is going to do a major update. And they're also, every update they do from now on is gonna say the year. So if they do another update this year, it's going to be 25 point whatever. So it'll be 25.4, 25.5, 25.6. Next year, any update they do will be 26. So it'll start 26 and then 26.1, 26.2. So their updates are going to change that way. Jim's Camera at Dawn. Did you think you would be here a year ago? No. And the reason I say that is I was still kind of eyeballed deep in caregiving, and there's no way I could have done a channel when I was caregiving full time. And it was my sons that encouraged me to start a channel. And they just, I was eating breakfast with my oldest, we're real casual. Breakfast is a very casual thing around my house. It's when you get up and fetch your breakfast. So I cooked it, I cooked dinner. We try to make dinner every night. We try to eat at the table. If you're home, we sit down at the table and eat. But the my kids are in their 20s, and just out of the blue, my oldest son said, we're eating breakfast, and he says, "Mom, you should start a channel." And I'm like a this is how much I know about social media. I'm like, you like a TikTok? I don't even have TikTok on my phone. I don't. I just yeah, I don't have it. And he laughed. He goes, "No, no, a YouTube channel." And the next thing that came out of my mouth was, "Why would I start a YouTube channel? I mean, who wants to see a little old lady on a walker on a YouTube channel? That sounds like the most boring thing on the planet." And he was serious. He's like, "Mom, you really should. There's a lot of people out there that need encouragement, and YouTube is a platform right now for that. People can just talk about what's going on in their life, and they can ask questions, and they can connect with each other." And at that point, I wasn't on Facebook that much, and I was kind of equating it with Facebook, thinking, I don't know. And so I didn't start it. And then my youngest, I don't know if they talked, I don't think he talked to his brother, but my youngest said the same thing. He said, "Mom, you should start a YouTube channel." And again, my response was, "Doing what?" And he said, "Just, just do you, just be you." And like when I was teaching, and I know I have several retired teachers as subscribers, and I thought, well, if I was still teaching, yeah, but he's like, "No, you've got stuff to share with people, and you should do it." So thank you, Yoda. I hope this is what a channel should be. That's, why did God put us here? To bring him glory and to help other people. So yeah, I love it too, that both of my sons encouraged me to do it. So we knew, they knew for sure, that I guess that it needed to be done. There's a time, I was talking to one of my subscribers. Her name is Kit, and she just started, she's starting a caregiving journey. So, and she has a neighbor, the same thing, everybody knows somebody that can benefit from using a device. I don't recommend kind of directly approaching folks, but if they bring up the subject, you can mention it. Jim's camera at dawn says 572 subs. Is that you or me? I think that's me. Jim, I noticed you're not. You have more subs, and that's great because you've been on YouTube longer than I have been, and you and Susie have been on quite a bit longer than I have, and I noticed you're not monetized. Hey, Share Bear, we got Share Bear and Share Bear 17-2. All right, welcome in. Yeah, I was really surprised that we've come this far in 1 year, where we've got over 500. I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun. I don't know what I'll do. I want to try some new things in the future, but I would like to set up a little space where I can just do YouTube on a regular basis, where I won't have to try to scramble to figure out where to set up. I'd also like to do more work Izzy Pop and Scully Pop have invited me in to read, do lives with them, and Scully Pop is a writer, and he does what you would describe as screenplays for YouTube, and we do a lot of reading on that, and it's a lot of fun. All right, Curly, Yoda's got you, Curly. He just subscribed to your channel. Wooshka, hello from Ireland. Welcome. Share Bear, hi everybody. Share Bear, my friend, hi. So, yes, please subscribe to each other's channels. I appreciate it. And this is the 1 year episode. This channel is 1 year old. And thank you everybody for hanging in there with me and just being great subscribers. I really appreciate it. I have put together some photos and some clips, and I want to edit. I'm not the best at editing, as you know, editing and filming, but I want to talk about I've been disabled from day one, so I want to talk about a little bit about my childhood. I had great parents and a great experience, great siblings, but I was also bullied as a child. I had braces on my legs, like Forrest Gump. I had the whole setup all the way up to my knees, and then I had the cables that go up, that kind of go up the side of your leg. They weren't attached to my legs or anything, but the cables that go up the side of your leg, and then there's a belt that goes around your waist, which is a lot of fun, this vinyl belt. Especially during the summer when it's hot. But I had the whole Forrest Gump leg braces set up. And that doesn't make you the most popular kid in school. Let me just put it that way. So, and just my experiences, yeah, I got bullied like Gump. So, and just do maybe a little, and maybe a video on that, and then just kind of see where that leads. And of course, poetry as appropriate. So if you have ideas for that, go ahead and you can just throw things down in the comments, or send me an email. My email is available. Yoda's Blessed Life. Jim, I got you. Hello, Barry. Oh, Barry. Hello, Barry. That's another great channel. Jump in on that. Bushka, yes, we need to hear your experiences so people understand. And I know now, I'm old enough now to understand that most of us have been bullied. Most of us, here, what I told my kids when they were much younger, you're just gonna have a handful of really good friends, probably that you can count on one hand, of people that you can truly depend on, if that. And I've always encouraged my sons to really work things out, get along, and have each other's back, because I don't want to sound morbid, but none of us is going to live forever, right? And it's just the two of them. And I said, one day Mom and Dad won't be here, and you guys need to support each other, and you need to have each other's back, because when we're not here, who's gonna look out for you? You have to look out for each other. So, Sunflowers and Crafts, hello. Another great channel, Sunflowers and Crafts. Hi Tina, happy first anniversary. That sounds so weird, because I've been married for 31 years. So first anniversary brings back memories. Do I remember my first anniversary? We married right before Christmas in the 90s. We got married. So, yeah, we had a Christmas wedding. Maggie, hello, Maggie Watson. Maggie, I am going to moderate you so you can connect with other people because there's some great channels in here right now. Everybody please check out Maggie Watson's channel. She is a poet. She reads poetry on her. She talks and reads poetry. She's a great supporter of domestic abuse survivors. I am not a domestic abuse survivor. My husband is. My husband is. I'll leave it at that. Not the best childhood. So he has persevered. He really has. He's a great person. All right, Share Bear, let me get you moderated here. Set you as a moderator. So there you go, Maggie. Yeah, please check out Maggie's channel, Maggie Watson. And I was talking about you earlier, Maggie. Were your ears burning? Because I was talking about you as one of my first subscribers, and I was telling everybody that you just popped up on my feed one day. You know, a lot of us spent, I don't know if this is your experience, but my first 4 years on YouTube, I mean, I didn't have a channel. You know, you're strictly what do you say, a consumer? I spent years just watching videos. You're just consuming content, and not really putting anything out. So, but I didn't see, Maggie, I didn't see your channel until I started mine. And it was early on. I'm pretty sure I had only been on YouTube, you know, a matter of weeks when you popped up on my feed. I'm very glad you did. Misha, hello, Misha Lee. Let me get you moderated, my dear, so you can jump in on some of these great channels. There you go. I've got a reminder popping up on my phone right now. Call Mom. It keeps popping up. I have a app on my phone. It's called Do, D-U-E, Do. And it's a checklist, but it reminds you, it will remind me until I do that thing on my list. And I need to call my mom today and check in with her. I'm sorry, let me catch up on the feed here. Good to see you. Thank you, Bushka. I'm getting some nice emojis here. Share Bear subbed. Share Bear says subbed to you, Maggie Watson. So thank you, Share Bear. Jim's camera at dawn. Maggie, I think I've got something to say to you. Oh, like the song. Wake up, Maggie. I think I've got something to say to you. That's Rod Stewart, right? So Jim's camera at dawn is waving at everybody. Misha says thanks. We spend a lot of time together on Izzy Pop and Scully Pop's channel. Jim's camera at dawn. Hello, Barry. Jim, I was just thinking that. Oh, I'm sorry, Maggie. Thank you, Share Bear, Maggie says. Maggie Watson says, thank you, Share Bear. Jim's camera at dawn. Barry, you were thinking that very loudly. He just says, hi, Barry. Joanne Salas. Hi, Joanne. Good afternoon, everyone. I can't stay too long today. My son had a half day at school, and it's all hands on deck. Yep. All hands. Happy first anniversary to you, Tina. Thank you, Joanne. I appreciate it. Maggie, yes, you wish you never saw. Joanne, you've been a blessing to this community, and I'm excited to see you grow. Thank you. Maggie Watson, subbed back to you, Share Bear. I need to sub to Share Bear. I'm gonna end up messing up my live though. Let me did I bring my pencil in here? I did not. I've got a list of all the people that I wanted to shout out to. So, but that's okay. We're having fun in the chat, so let me flip my list over, see where I'm at here. I already talked about Adventure America and Hiking with Jackie Boy, Barton's RV, and Maggie Watson, Cynthia's Crafts and More. I go to her channel every time she posts. There's one called Apple Makes Miles of Smiles. That's a mouthful. That's kind of like All Things Pink and Possible, right? All Things Pink and Possible comes from a poem called All Creatures Great and Small, All Things Bright and Beautiful, All Creatures Great and Small, All Things Wise and Wonderful, the Lord God made them all. And then there's a verse, all things are possible with God. So it's kind of an amalgamation of one of my favorite poems and then one of my favorite verses. All things pink and possible. You guys ever heard of the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch? She's one of my earliest subscribers too. She's in Tennessee, Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. And she subscribed to me really early. She sent me a cookbook earlier this year. I wish Brian's Drums was on here. Susan, yeah, Misha knows what I'm talking about. Cynthia came to visit. Oh, yay. I'm glad you guys are subscribing to each other. Misha and Maggie Watson. Tina, I have no idea what I'm doing. I never do a live. I'm not that brave. I was so nervous my first couple of lives, and now I'm just, here I am holding the camera and moving it around way too much and being really irritating and talking too much. But now I'm just, it's really not any different from making a video. I will warn you though, if you make a mistake or drop the phone or anything, there's no editing it out. I went to make a live last week and my internet literally cut out 4 times while I was trying to get the live started. The one where I was putting my new pink pouch on my rollator 4 times. And on the 5th time, I got it. I almost didn't do a live. I should have taken a hint, right? I should have said, well, okay, the fates are do not want this to happen, but I got it on the 5th try. So, and you can do a live if you're not familiar with going live. Yoda's Blessed Life, he does some great lives. He had one at a farmer's market this week. But the wonderful thing about doing a live is if you mess up, you don't have to put it out there. It kind of just fades into the nether. You can just yes, are you live? Yes. But what happens is when you finish your live and you disconnect, it doesn't automatically publish. It publishes as private. And that way you can go back and look at it. And if, like I said, last week, I tried 4 times to get on my live and it didn't work. I just deleted those 4 posts and I did not publish them. So they did not go onto my channel. I just deleted them. And the one that I did last week, the final version was the one that I published. So you don't have to publish your live. But yes, it'll get out there. But the odds of, I mean, let's be real. There's 10 people in here right now. Hello, by the way. Thank you for coming to my live. All Things Pink and Possible. And it's my first year on YouTube. But you don't have to publish it. You can keep it private or you can get rid of it. So, Kaleidoscope of Happiness. Hello, let me mod you. Echo. And we'll just put you as a standard so you can check out everybody's channel. Misha, you do 3 lives a year are the for special occasions. I love your house right now, the way you've got it all decorated for Memorial Day, Flag Day, and 4th of July. It's very patriotic. So go back and check Misha Lee's video where she's decorated her house for the next little bit. It's really nice. Let me make sure I got everybody here. So Joanne. Misha says, hey, Echo. Misha, I'm going to sneeze, guys. Sorry about that. There's no stopping it. Sorry. See, this is what I'm talking about. This, Maggie Watson, Maggie, just be aware. Live is live. Share Bear, thank you, Maggie Watson. Good to see you, Kaleidoscope of Happiness, Share Bear says. Share Bear's got to get back to work. Thanks for dropping in, Share Bear. I appreciate it. Maggie Watson, Tina, where is the cake? I make a mean pineapple upside down cake, and I've never posted anything. I don't post myself cooking. That's another thing I might do, is just how I get around my kitchen and how I cook. Because I can't. You know, the rollator's there, and I have to maneuver, and you know, when I cook, I tell you, some days I'm just like ready to retire from making dinner for sure. But I make a mean pineapple upside down cake. I might have to do that and put it on my channel. Kaleidoscope of Happiness. Echo says, thank you. Maggie Watson says, my pleasure. Share Bear. Share Bear had to go to work, and I have to catch up on this feed. Thank you for the hearts, Share Bear. Thank you, Misha says. Either if I'm just feeling it, or I always do lives when I'm making my Christmas cards. Yeah. Yeah, Misha does decorate so nice. Thanks. Bless you. I got some smiles for Echo. Maggie Watson, you are nearly at 600 subs, Tween it. Way to go. It's not me. It's I feel very blessed to have every sub that I've got, for sure. Oh, you want to see the pineapple upside down cake? It is not special. It is not like, it's not that it's better than it, you know, it's just I've got it down to a science, because my family, we're not cake, we don't eat a lot of cake, but when I make pineapple upside down cake, it is gone in 48 hours. It's gone. We just scarf it down. It's terrible. So I don't make it a whole lot because we'll just eat it. Berry says, hello, Joanne. And hello, Misha. Hello, Berry. Berry has some great shorts, and he does walks where he prays with, if you got prayer requests. Barry, if you can pray for my mother-in-law, she's getting in MRI today. So her third MRI this year. That woman has been MRI'd more this year. And my mother-in-law and I are friends. We are close. And not everybody can say that about their in-laws. And we've had, you know, I'll be real, we've had our moments. In 30 years, you will have moments with your in-laws. But we are friends. Maggie Watson says, hi, everyone. And here I am with another reminder to call my mom. Gosh, we're at 43 minutes. Don't let me keep you all day. If you have to pop in and out, that is fine. That is absolutely fine. Now I will wrap it up here soon. Moments happen. Yeah, for sure. Jim's Camera at Dawn, everybody, please check it out. He's got some great hikes, and he does some very peaceful early morning lives up there in near the Blue Ridge Mountains. So one of our favorite spots too. So Maggie, it is almost 3 p.m. and Maggie Watts is in Scotland. What time is it there? I'm gonna grab my, I'm gonna switch hands and grab my cup here because I've been talking. Sorry. 8 p.m. It's nearly 8 p.m. Okay, it is 8 p.m. in Scotland. I used to, on my phone, I had a lot of different time zones. And I had London, I had Detroit where I grew up, and then I had London, and I had, Iceland, just out of curiosity. What time is it in Iceland right now? That type of thing. And Middle East, what time is it in the Middle East right now? So, but not as much. If I need to know, I look it up. I do follow the news. I was a middle school history teacher for over 10 years. I do enjoy current events, and I follow the news. I do not follow the news as closely as I used to, because some days it all feels like bad news. So yeah, it can get overwhelming. It has been since COVID. I do watch the news, but I don't follow it as closely as I used to, because it is just, like I said, sometimes it is just overwhelming. Let me switch positions here, because I am looking a little wonky. Okay, here we go. That's better. All right, Brian Drums. Brian, welcome in. Brian says, Barry, Misha's got to have a good day, got home and lots to do. Yeah, I hear you. I've got to work on my kitchen here in a bit. Please check out Brian Drums. He is extremely talented. Thanks for popping in on the live. Jim's Camera at Dawn. One good point of YouTube is we meet people from everywhere. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It has been very supportive that way. And like anything, whether you're dealing with an illness, whether you're trying to encourage people about their situation, about their mental health, and you can find uh, a group of supporters for any place, anywhere, and any subject, for sure. So it is a blessing that way. It truly is. Brian Drums, I love you guys. We love you too, Brian. Thanks for popping in. And I'll wrap it up here soon, because it is midweek and I know you guys are busy, and I appreciate the most valuable thing. What is the most valuable thing you have right now is your time. So 6 people in here. We had 10 people here earlier and 14 likes, and I appreciate it. Kelly, hi Kelly, Teacher Kelly Tag. You were one of my early subscribers, so thanks for coming to the live today, because this is the channel birthday live. This channel is 1 year old, so Teacher Kelly Tag has a good channel, especially if you are retired. Kelly, make sure to check some of my subscribers, because they've got I've subscribed to at least 2 retired teachers in the last week. Yes, you were one of my first. You're like top 10 like one of my first 10 subscribers. So, and I appreciate that. Yep, I appreciate that very much. Are you on summer vacation, Kelly? Are you off school right now? Or are you just kind of tracked out? Carrie, there were 12 watching when you looked. Okay. Yes, first week off. Yay. Teachers are amazing, because they do 300 days of work in 180 days. There's only 180 days of school generally, and you basically do a year's worth of work in 180 days. There's no way I could teach now. I would just not physically be up for it. It's a marathon. It is a marathon. Yes. Kelly said yes in all caps. Yep, you absolutely do a year's worth of work in 180 days. No doubt. Because but it's teaching, it's keeping, or it's record keeping, it's conferences, it's meetings, it's uh, it's classroom management. It's it's red tape. It's everything. It's counseling. Yeah, it's tons of jobs. Joanne says, "Hi Kelly." Joanne Salas, thank you. And Joanne said her son has a half day today. So are you if you don't mind me asking, Joanne, is your son is in a year-round program? We have where I'm at, the county that I live in is traditional. It is the traditional school schedule, 180 days spread out between like August, the second week of August, and then you get out in June. But the county, the biggest county is the county next door to us, and it has tracks. So they're year round. They go to school year round, and then let's say Christmas rolls around, they get 2 weeks off. So they'll get like 2 weeks off for Christmas, 2 weeks off for Easter. Then they might take the month, or they might have 3 or 4 weeks in July. So when everybody's off for the summer, July 4th rolls around, they'll get like 2 weeks off. So they instead of being on vacation, they call it tracked out. So they're tracked out. If that makes any, am I making any sense at all? So, okay, so Joanne says, yes, he is. He has extended school year. So, okay, so sometimes they call it year-round schooling, and sometimes they call it extended school year. We did, when my sons are grown now, but we homeschooled for a bit because being a teacher, because I was still licensed at the time, we homeschooled for 3 years when they were younger, and I kept my younger son. We schooled. We followed the traditional plus some. So we had instead of getting out in June, we were going on vacation in July. So we continued to school the whole month of June. We kept at it, and then we went on vacation in July and August. So we did it that way. Tomorrow is his last day, Joanne says. 1 week off, then he starts again for the month of July. Wow. Wow, that's phew. God bless his God, nothing. Please don't take this wrong. I'm just thinking about him and you and his teachers. That's intensive. That's intensive. Has he been tracked like that for a long time? Is he used to that? Or is he used to the more traditional setup? Jim says, let's face it, not all kids are well-behaved. I was a decent student, and I was generally well-behaved. I talked a lot, if you can believe that. Can you believe that? I remember my teachers on my report card. Tina is a sweet child and a very good student, but she talks too much. Yeah. Go figure. Joanne says, no, it's okay. I always say the same thing. He's used to it and truly loves it. Good, good. It's what you're used to, I guess. My kids always had the traditional calendar for school, and they even talked about going year round, but have not done it. Our county has not reverted to year round, but I think they will in the future. I'm expecting probably within the next 2 or 3 years, our county schools will revert to a year round school schedule. We're almost to an hour, kids. I'm gonna do this for about 5 more minutes, and then I'll let you get back to it. I keep slumping down. I probably won't do this whole setup again. That's the other thing I want to do and maybe film is me fumbling, trying to get maybe get a microphone set up. I tried to get one set up for a collab that I was doing, and it sounded like I was talking into a tin, like a metal can, and it just did not work. I'm just not I'm not a techie, and I haven't been able to get it set up. All right, Joanne says, well, I have to get going. I'm happy you were able to stop in too. Thank you, Joanne. I really appreciate it. Just going to be on here a couple more minutes and then we'll wrap it up. But again, if you have ideas or things you want to talk about, or if you want to collaborate, or if you want to hear certain poems, I'd be willing to read. I can't read any modern poetry because of copyright issues, but if it's certain scriptures, or if it's poetry of a certain age, it can be read. If it's in the public domain, we can read it out. So, Jim's camera, Dawn, great to see everyone here for the celebration. What a celebration, right? I should have worn a party hat. Oh well. Next time. Joanne says, have a great afternoon, everyone. And yeah, I'll say the same thing. Have a great afternoon. Thank you for coming to the live. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate everybody that's connected today and connected all this year and supported the channel. Thank you so much. Maggie Watson, glad I was able to catch your big day, Tina. I'm glad too, Maggie. And please connect with each other. Yeah. I hope all of you will have a channel celebration here soon. Carrie, I hope you have a channel celebration on your channel. And let us know, make posts, let us know ahead of time so we can jump in and support each other and support each other's lives. Continued growth. Thank you. Yep. Maggie Watson is in Scotland and does a great, amazing job. Very talented poet. Please check out Jim's camera at Dawn for some amazing nature footage. You want to learn watercolors? Carrie's your go-to channel, watercolor Carrie. Sorry, I don't know why I keep snagging up on that. I apologize. Yeah, eek, alive for my 1 year. Yes, you would do awesome. I loved your Carrie, I loved your office tour. So anything like that, you know, I would watch. I am not exaggerating. I would watch you clean your brushes. This is how I clean my brushes out. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. We're going to get wrapped up here, and I will put all of you down in the, I'll try to put everyone, I apologize ahead of time, I'll try to put everyone down in the live, try to link, or at least give a little shout out for everybody that popped in on the live today. So kind, thank you. You guys have been more than amazing. So thank you so much. Gonna wrap things up, and thanks for coming to the channel celebration, and thank you for your support and your creative spark. I'm grateful for it. So everyone have a great day and great week, and we'll see ya next time we do a live. Take care, everybody.